Welcome to Project Pack number 6. My name is Rick,
Hi, I'm Maria.
and this is day 1 of the Project Pack series, and we encourage you to look at the introduction that explains all of what we're doing this time
And why?
and
Yes.
why.
So this book that I'm working on is a little bit different than this. There's three separate books, and you will have gotten one of them. This one here, I'm going to work on the edge of on the edge of the book, and I decided that I would use simple tangles to start with, just to get you used to what we're doing with the black and the white. And we're going to bounce back and forth with the black O1 and the with the white jelly roll. So here's what I'm going to do. And feel free to turn your book around. I tried not to do it too often because sometimes it gets kind of
But
tiring.
these books are really great for small, for turning.
So you can see I'm starting out with the O1 pen, and if you look really closely, you can actually see the black on the black. You wouldn't think so, but you can. So in this case, we're going to have something that we'll be able to work with very easily.
So I love these little muka tendrils going
They're
in
just
and
kind
out.
of growing in and out, back and forth in the black. And so fun. I love working with the black and the white.
So the whole idea is you can imagine that if this had been originally done just on white and then it got interrupted, so to speak, with some black staining,
Yeah.
what you might do with it. I love that exuberance.
I love that. They always get away.
Yeah.
For me, anyway. Maybe you guys have a little more control over them, but my mukas are just so exuberant.
Exuberant, yeah.
So most of the pieces that we're doing will not fill the whole page of the book. We're mostly working on the black and white parts, but we encourage you to fill the rest of the pages after you're done, this part, following along with us.
Yeah, this is just to plant seeds, and you can see how these muka seeds are going.
Okay, so I have my jelly roll, and I'm going to go over those black pen marks, and you'll be able to see them pretty clearly on your book. And you can see we're going to go back and forth.
And if you decide you want to do it differently, well, you can do that too.
Yeah, I mean, design on the fly, I love that. Hopefully you're going to discover something that we never even thought of, which is really exciting to me.
Right, and hopefully yours is going to look different than this because this one already exists, so you get to create something new.
So here we go. We're going to go up the top there. What's really fun is once you get started and you're looking at the piece, you almost don't even realize that it goes from black to white. Your eyes just kind of adjust to it.
Yeah, because the line, you follow the line.
So the other way around, if I was to do the white on the white, I don't think you would even see that as much as the black on the black. So I'm adding little muka tendrils on here so we can fill up this section of this wonderful exercise.
And I like how you start that line because it uses what we call take off and land because you're taking off on an existing line, so there's a nice transition from one tendril to another. See how she like traces over it there. Just adding some more.
You can never get enough muka. It's like potato chips, you know. Or maybe it's like chip and dip.
Right. So now it's muka and crescent moon here.
Yeah, we're going to add some crescent moons kind of hiding behind these mukas. So these are going to be full crescent moons.
Or full moons.
Full moons, yeah.
Here on the day of the new moon. But
is it?
Yeah,
it
it actually is, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But
the day they were talking about, yeah.
It's what's really cool is you can see how they mirror each other on either side of the Muka.
They're looking like a little bit like cotton balls, but they're going to get
Yeah.
more crescenty looking. So we're going to do it in the black. This is kind of a nice thing to remember, that you can do them on both sides of something right away like that.
You can sort of see Maria's thought process as she moves her hand. Like, okay, where's the next one want to come out?
And you figure out how ditzy I really am. And I can still do this.
But you'll notice also that she's not rushing through the coloring in, but there's that sense of deliberateness both to the line and to the fill.
And again, please move your book around, because I think it's like being in the driver's seat. Moving your book around doesn't bother you when you're doing it, but when somebody else is doing it, it's hard to watch. So I'm not moving mine quite as much as I ordinarily would.
But part of the idea of moving the book around is that you can position it, since there is no up and down, you can position it so it is most comfortable for you.
So I'm throwing a little sprinkle in here, right?
Yeah. So these mukas are morphing.
I love that. They're going for the sun.
Yeah.
I like it when they're all going in. They're all pointing mostly in the same direction, trying to get as much of a tan or whatever it is the plants do.
What's funny is it's like something is growing and you think it's one plant, but then when it blossoms, you discover it was something else. So we actually thought this was Muka.
We thought it started out as
But
Muka.
it blossomed as sprinkle.
That's true. I love that. I love it. So you never know.
You never
You
know.
never know. I never know.
Okay, so here we go with aura-ing those lovely little, what we often call ladybug shapes
Full moon, ladybugs.
on the new moon.
Well, today is the day we're
Yeah,
videoing
it's
it.
actually today.
It is. Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but not when they see it.
But not when you see it,
Yeah. Because there's going to be somebody out there that knows exactly when the
Right.
full moon is.
And notice how she like goes back and just gives them what she calls a little bit of extra love now and then, you know.
I do that all the time. I'm always kind of caressing them with my pen and just, forming them a little more than maybe I did the first time around. And that also gives me time to think. I like to keep my pen moving when I'm thinking.
Yeah, and that's a really good point, but because just moving the pen starts that flow of inspiration. It just, the very action of it. So we've put one aura on, let's put another one on.
See, it's starting to become a background. Kind of a fun background.
And it's sort of like, it's fun to find all the places that need to be auraed. And as soon as, at least with me, every time I take I got it all done, I'll find another one. So it's like a little game.
So you can see when it gets over towards the white, it starts to blend everything in together. It's so fun to watch.
So it's neat to see how the overall image is changing as you add these lines, these really simple lines. So one of the lessons that you can take from this is to not evaluate a tile or your art as you're proceeding through it, because it's like it's not done yet. It would be like evaluating a butterfly before it came out of the chrysalis. Just keep going one stroke at a time. and trust that you'll know when the next stroke, when it's time to do the next stroke, that you'll know what to do.
So this is sort of becoming something else. The crescent moon shaped things are creating something that I don't know that I've done it this way before. So it's kind of cool.
Well, it's like looking at end grain of wood, or when you throw a pebble in a pond, there's like this empty space in the middle of it, and then out of that the rings radiate. So it's a very natural phenomenon. So let's go back in and add some
Rings,
more rings.
auras.
And you can see how it's starting to fill up and look really complicated. See what you did there? That's cool.
Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to take away that solid line between black and white so that there's more of a question as to, well, what is that? Well, what happened here? It blurs the line from day to night.
So this is a really neat technique. I've not seen you do that before.
I have in a couple of different things because I remember people commenting on it.
Well,
Just sort of like.
There I go with my paying attention to what you do.
I know. Well, I haven't done it a lot, but I've done it a bit lately. It's almost like, it a more softer edge.
Mm. Those are neat little touches.
So all of the things I'm trying to do is to almost blur the line between black and white. And you'll get sort of a sense of that as you're going along. But this was a fun introduction to this system of working with black and white like that.
So there's lots of pages and there's lots of videos to come and to get the ideas of what you can do with this.
So I'm going to add some graphite here on the white side, kind of popping the.
Yeah, look at how that lifts right up.
Isn't that funny? How
Yeah.
it's just automatic, quickly. So I'm going on either side of those muca tendrils, just to.
And notice how it's easier if you turn your work such
Especially
that,
for shading, yeah.
so that the tip of your pencil, you can really control that where you want the graphite to stop.
And you can see that I'm going over the some of the white that I drew in, those white crescent moon shapes, just to give it some more interest. So now there's not just black and white, there's gray in all of it.
Yeah, and it's amazing how much control you have of putting graphite on top of the white.
Mm.
This is just magic, always. And this does two things. One is it pushes the graphite into the paper, and then it softens the edge and just pulls it out. And you notice how she put in the radiating auras that sort of disappear on the white side of the
Right.
page too.
That's a Dr. Seussy look.
Yeah, it
Huh?
does.
Like there should be a story that goes with that.
Oh, there is.
Dr. Seuss flowers.
Nice.
This was fun. Well, I like doing this.
Yeah, so
project.
this is a good start, and so we have a bunch of videos that we've got ready for you, and still making a few more. So thank you for tangling with us, and we look forward to seeing what you guys do.
Yeah.
You can post it on the app, and remember that not everybody has the same book, so the ink splots that got put down
Are all going to look different.
are all
Yeah.
going to look different. So it'll be fun to see what you do.
I can't wait to see.
Okay, thanks so much. We'll see you soon.
Bye.